First up this morning, it's one of the highest rated shows on the Food Network. Halloween Wars just kicked off its 8th season last night, featuring a woman from Milwaukee, affectionately known as the Cake Lady.
All right.
And we are thrilled to welcome Kimberly Hall to the Morning Blend. We've been having this head here. In just a minute, she's going to tell you, because it's not her first rodeo. She's also been on Hometown Showdown. She's been Cupcake Wars, Sugar Dome, and Halloween Wars Season 6 as well. So good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Incredible.
This cake. This is a cake.
This is cake.
That is art right there.
Thank you.
It's incredible.
I would have no clue that that is even edible. Tell us how you make something like this.
Okay, so you start off with a cake structure, and then you build from there.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of modeling chocolate on for the face, which is all edible, and then there's a lot of fondant and then airbrushing.
Is anything not edible?
No, it's completely edible.
Completely edible.
Wow, that's incredible.
That is amazing.
How long does it take to make something like that? I mean, from start to finish.
Right, literally that took me about 5 hours.
5
wow.
hours.
Yes.
Incredible.
It's the details that really
I was going to say.
make everything spectacular.
Do you consider yourself a baker first or an artist first?
At first, I thought I was a baker, but then once I started, you know, doing the shows and more things and just trial and error, I think I'm more of an artist.
I think you are too.
Yeah. I mean, there's a foundation of baking. When you get it, you get it.
Yep.
But the creativity component of what you're doing, especially on these competitive shows, where there's a time constraint, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Can be a big challenge.
Yes.
So how does creativity play a significant role, especially depending on whether it's, you know, Halloween or whatever the event might be?
Yes, you have to think outside of the box. Like for shows like this, of course. But you know, in the normal everyday, when people order cakes from me, they want shoes and purses. So you just have to think of things that you wouldn't ordinarily think of making a cake.
Gotcha. So you're not making scary shoes and purses when people are ordering.
No. I do
it's not all scary. Okay.
Yes, I do everything from birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, weddings. So I do it all.
That's crazy. So tell us how the show works, because if people haven't seen the show, there's 5 teams that begin the show.
There are actually 6 teams that start
total.
the show, 6 teams of 3. So there's a cake artist, a pumpkin carver, and a sugar artist on the team. Now, you know, pumpkin and sugar don't go together. So you have to really use your brain and figure out how you're going to get that to work and make it look good as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we start off with 6 teams, and then each episode, one team gets eliminated until you get to the winner of $50,000.
Wow. You have to split that amongst 3 of you, though?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You have to? That's right.
Right.
For sure, right. What is the most challenging thing about being under the gun? When it comes to time constraint, again, when you're at home baking, it's one thing because you can kind of take your time, right?
Yes.
But being on a set in front of cameras where you're competing has got to be challenging.
Yes, it's very hard. So you just have to keep yourself on a schedule. So if you have like 5 things to make, say you're going to give yourself 30 minutes for this, 30 minutes for that. Like that is really key. And a lot of teams don't put that into effect, so sometimes it goes bad for them.
I can imagine.
You know, but really working and keeping a schedule of what you're going to do.
Okay.
How is it that you were able to be on a season earlier and again brought back for this one? Was it like they were like, you know what, we just love Kimberly so much. She was amazing. She didn't win it. We want to give her another shot.
Sure.
How does that work?
Okay, so for season 6 I was on. I did great, but they said that I wasn't scary enough for the show. It's Halloween Wars. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take my scare to the next level.
You were making purses and shoes.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm not, I had to turn it up to demons and
being eaten.
Right.
Exactly.
So I had to take it to another level. So they were like, you know, I said, listen, I want to come back. I want to show you guys that I can do scare.
Okay.
And so when I did my audition video, that's what I said to them. And they were like, all right, we're going to give you another chance. And I am back.
There you go.
With a vengeance.
There you go.
Yes, and this first season or night kicked off last night. You already made it through one.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's exciting. What was your challenge last night?
My challenge last night was, it was the, oh God, I can't remember.
Candy?
Candy. Okay.
Oh, it was candy. Yes, it was candy. And the big challenge was the boogeyman. What is the boogeyman scared of?
Okay.
So we had to come up with a big theme for that and try to figure out what is the boogeyman scared of.
Right. Okay.
So,
very cool. So how does the scoring work? I assume it's flavor as well as creativity?
Yes, because each team has to have a tasting treat for the judges as well as a display. And your display should just tell the story without them even. Yes.
Okay.
And it should tell the story without them even asking you, what is this about? They should walk up to it and say, okay, I know exactly what's happening here.
Yeah. Why is there a pumpkin carver on your team? What do they do?
The pumpkin a lot of the things that you see is pumpkin, and you don't realize that it's pumpkin. On our display last night, we made the boogeyman's head. He was completely pumpkin.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, so he has the pumpkin carver. Who's the pumpkin carver on your team?
Lenny Calvin.
Okay, so that's a pretty poignant person on the team then.
Yes.
To be a pumpkin carver.
Very.
Now, how did you get paired up? Now, these guys, your teammates, are not from Milwaukee.
No,
correct?
they are not. Lenny is from New Jersey, and Shelby is from Texas.
All right.
Okay.
Was it random? Did you get to choose them?
No, we didn't choose. The network chooses them for you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So there's another thing that.
So they're either stacking your team or giving you some obstacles.
Right. So if someone drops the ball, you're like, hey, I didn't pick them.
Yes,
Right?
and personalities too. So the personalities need to blend. You guys need to work as a team.
Sure.
So what can we expect the rest of the season?
Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. You're going to see so much sugar work, so much beautiful artwork, and it's just going to be great.
Okay.
Wow.
I know you can't tell us more, but hopefully you continue to come back and let us taste this. I'm going to just like cut into that head. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that. I feel like you just need to freeze that for life.
That's right.
Amazing.
Love it.
So you can follow along with the Food Network's Halloween Wars on Sundays at 8 p.m. That's where you can cheer on Kimberly Hall and her team. You guys are called
The Zesty Zombies.
There you go.
Right. Love
Sunday
it.
nights, 8 o'clock. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much.